After 2 weeks in Japan with my friends, it's time to head on a solo adventure to a place I've never been before, Nagoya. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of footage from this trip. However, by the end of this video, you'll still leave with a list of things you can do when you visit the area. The first place on my list was the Nagoya Castle. And since we're in Nagoya, I decided to stop at the tea house and get morning service. Morning service is an offer that's a widespread tradition in the area where customers receive free breakfast when they order a drink. And it's typically offered between 7 and 11 a.m. Unfortunately, the main keep at Nagoya Castle is closed to visitors, and new construction is set to begin in 2024, with a completion goal of 2028. Until then, the main attraction when visiting the castle is the Honmaru Palace, the castle's administration building and living quarters for the lord of the castle. The palace was first completed in 1615 and was a luxurious place built for diplomacy. After walking through the interior of the Honmaru Palace and taking some photos of the castle's main keep, I head off to my next destination. If you're a fan of ceramics, the Noritake Garden is a place you should add to your list. Noritake is a ceramics industry leader with over 100 years of history. The garden was built on old factory grounds and has craft centers and museums that introduce the creation process and diverse ceramics to its visitors. By this time, though, my hunger got the best of me, so I pretty much made a beeline for the restaurant located inside the garden. After lunch, I walked over to the shopping mall located adjacent to the garden. I stopped for a quick caffeine pick-me-up and took a moment to write notes about how my trip was going. The Noritake Garden and Shopping Mall are located in close proximity to the Toyota Commemorative Museum, our next destination. The museum is located at the birthplace of the Toyota Group, in an old building that used to be a part of the Toyota Company's textile factory. There is so much to see and learn at this museum. Each exhibit is thoughtfully executed to showcase the humble beginnings of the company's start in the textile industry to its current presence as a leading automotive company. It's very interactive and has English tours available. Our final stop of the day was to a restaurant known for serving one of Nagoya's traditional specialty foods, flat udon noodles called kishimen. Kishimen can be found pretty easily all over Nagoya, but today I ventured out to a low-key traditional-style Japanese restaurant that serves a special type of kishimen. Yoshinoya, not to be confused with the chain restaurant, serves a wider and chewier version of kishimen. The noodles were a bit more grainy and al dente than regular udon noodles. I was in absolute heaven. The simple dish was so comforting, and the restaurant is definitely worth a visit. The next day I visited a tranquil park with tall trees surrounding you in every direction. I found a cafe inside the park and had a bowl of kishimen for lunch. Unfortunately, I lost most of my footage from this day of the trip, so you'll have to excuse the lack of footage from each location. What you won't see in this video is the Atsuta shrine located inside the park. The shrine houses one of Japan's most sacred treasures, the Kusanagi sword. The sword isn't on display for the public, but you can still visit the shrine and the surrounding park. A trip to Nagoya wouldn't be complete without visiting Oasis 21, a spaceship landmark in Nagoya with a water rooftop that's a transportation stop and shopping center. I spent a good amount of time walking around Oasis 21 and then crossed the street to the shopping avenue. The avenue is filled with lots of shops, restaurants, and parks where you can leisurely stroll. I wish I had the footage to show you all the places, but I guess you'll just have to visit for yourself. At the far end of the shopping avenue, I found a small garden to stop and rest for a bit. I feel like this is a good spot to come to if you just need a break and just want to sit, read, write in your journal. I feel like lately, outside of my trip with my friends last week, which you can see in my last couple of vlogs, I feel like compared to traveling with friends or even when I am typically shooting a location, this one I've just been kind of relaxed. Like, yes, I've been seeing a lot of the sites that I want to go to, but overall I just feel like I'm in this new phase where I'm just relax and chill and take things in. There's definitely a lot more on my to-do list or things to see and eat in Nagoya. There's definitely two regional dishes that I really want to try that I haven't had a chance to yet, which is the misoyaki, which is a miso sukiyaki, and there's also this unagi bowl. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I don't know. I'm kind of just playing today by ear, so I think I'm just going to go over to the shopping street and then see what I find and see what restaurants don't have a crazy wait. Osu Shopping Street is the place to go for local street food, fashion, and various subcultures. If you're a foodie, I recommend coming with an empty stomach. 2 days in Nagoya, not including travel days, is perfect for exploring. However, next time I visit, I definitely plan on staying longer to do some day trips. Ghibli Park is nearby, or there are places like Tokoname, an area famous for Japanese ceramics, or the Momotaro Shrine, which has Japan's only peach-shaped torii gate. Oh my god. Nagoya was such a nice break for me. In the next video, we'll be meeting up with my dad again to visit the prefecture that my grandma's from in Japan, Wakayama.